Hello, my name's Julie from Sewunique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Oh, hello everybody and welcome. Sorry I didn't get to post a video last week. I have to admit I haven't actually been doing a lot of crafting. Time just seemed to get away with me, and I did plan to do a video last Sunday, and I ended up with Kevin off work for 2 days and obviously the weekend because he wasn't very well. So that went out the window. So here we are. It's Tuesday, and what's the date today? Let's have a look. It's the 20th. Yes, it's the 20th of June. So I'm finally back again. I've got a new, I think you can say, a bee mug from the range. It's very light, but it's nice. I've just got a cup of water. That's all I seem to be drinking these days because it's so hot. Well, firstly, I would just like to apologise to people who left messages. I know I've been a bit late in replying, especially on the last blog, but while I was doing the messages, I found I'd got a handful of messages from 2 months ago, which I really do apologise, ladies, for not getting back to you sooner, but they didn't actually show up on my phone, you know, that I had got a message. Otherwise I would have replied sooner, but I have replied to everybody today. I've made a point of doing that. Sit down and do some work. Anyhow, we're going to start off, I think, this week with dressmaking. I'm wearing a top, which I know you're not going to be able to see it all, but this is the pattern I use. I showed you this, I think, last time. And this is the Tilly and the buttons, and this is the Indigo top. Now, looking at this lady, this top looks like it's definitely over the bum, over the hips. Mine is more a tunic. It's just above the knees, which actually I quite like these. I haven't put that frill on. Mine is, oh, you're not going to be able to see it. Mine's, I've just got the plain bit there, but it fits well enough. I do think it's a little bit big on the shoulders for me, so I think I was very wary when I was sewing this that I would, because you have a 5/8 seam allowance, and I did lesser than that because I thought it might not fit me. So yes, I think I'm definitely going to make some more. I mean, the neckline is fine, the shoulders are fine because I did that to the correct instructions on the pattern. But I think I will do the proper seam allowance on the shoulders. But it's got short sleeves, which I like. I was going to put the flounce on, but I decided not to do it. But I really like it. So I've got some more fabric that I'm going to cut out another top. Hopefully I'll be able to show that in next week's vlog or whenever I post. And I'm using the Simplicity fabric, and I think it's like an aqua, and it's got the fashion ladies on, and I think it's got "Don't Underestimate Me" stamped or printed on it. So I'm going to do that, and I'm definitely going to make another couple of them, I think, because they are really nice and they feel really, really cool to wear. So that was my first dipping my toe into dressmaking for actually many, many years. I think about 5-6 years ago, I made a t-shirt, which I'm still wearing now. Love it. So that is another thing I want to get made, is some t-shirts. And I did make a start on the Style Arc Derby and Jath. It's Derby trousers. Now if you look at the pattern, you can see they are below the knee. Now these on me are just above the ankle. So I did make them. I made them up last night, which I've used this gorgeous batik fabric. But the elastic, even though I measured it, the elastic, as I should, it has come out, it's a little bit slack, so I need to unpick these and redo them. and also with the length not being the right length for me, these patterns are obviously made for tall ladies, not me, because I'm only 5'3". So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just chop off probably about this much. I'm going to take them to work tomorrow and chop them off a bit and just hem them so they are a pair of crop trousers. So I will be making another pair, and I think I need to adjust the crotch area slightly because they were a bit too low, so I need to make it a little bit longer. But I do like the 1.5 inch waistband that you get, so maybe I will get them done for next week. I don't know, we're just gonna have to wait and see what kind of week we have. You know what my life's like at the minute, very, very hectic, because my mother-in-law is still not so good, and you know, visiting, and we still have lots and lots of phone calls, so I am kept pretty busy. What else have I been doing? Right, cross stitch. I've been doing a little bit of cross stitch. I must admit I haven't done a lot. I think I overdid it over the last, what, 3 weeks, I think, when I've been cross stitching, and across my shoulders at the back I've been getting terrible ache there, and I can't sort of sit with my head down for too long, so I've had to sort of cut down the time on my cross stitch. I've actually missed quite a few days on cross stitching, so I think what I'm going to do next week is probably just do maybe half an hour a day when I get in from work. Maybe just have half an hour when I have sit down, have a nice drink, and just see how I get on with that. And I'm going to start back on the pumpkin design because obviously I need that one for autumn, but we'll see how we get on with that. So this is how far I've got with the trees. I think the last time you saw this I just got maybe the part, just a little bit of the tree done with that. So I've done a couple more of these bits down here, and I've done another tray, so that's all I've done. But it's looking nice and I'm enjoying doing it. Yeah, I can't wait until these are finished. I think they're going to look so nice up on the wall. I'll just pop that one away. Oh, and that's a pattern. That's a reminder of the pattern. So, yeah, it's very nice, that. And the next thing I've been working on is I've done a little bit of work on my socks. This is the yarn from Attic Spin Dye. Now I've only managed to, I've got down to the, I'm just about to start the gusset on this one, but the yarn's knitting up beautifully. I absolutely love these colours, and it's so soft, absolutely gorgeous it is. So that is the first sock. And the second sock I have just started on the gusset. I think I've done 2 rounds, that's all I've done. So I'm hoping to try and get a little bit more done over the week, but I'll say if it's too warm I don't think there'll be much crafting going on. Oh dear, never mind, we'll get there eventually. What else? I think that's really all I've actually made this week. Obviously I've done the trousers and this top, so yeah. If you remember, I think I talked about this book last time I was on, Murder at the Summer Fete. Well, I'm part way through it, so I haven't been able to read as much at night as I've wanted to, because by the time I go to bed I've been really tired. I think it's just this heat that we've been having. And it's really good, it's really interesting, and it's set in a village, a country village, and it's a bookshop, and they sell only murder mystery novels. That's all they sell. And of course there's a murder, and the bookshop ladies and a reporter friend are investigating. So it is really good, really enjoying it, and obviously I've looked at the front of the book, and there's another one before this. These are called the Deadly End Mysteries. So Murder at the House on the Hill. So that is one I think I need to get. I always tend to read the second book before I read the first book. And then there's a third one. So that's Murder at the Village Church. So I'm looking forward to that. And the author's name is Victoria Walters. But this is a very good cosy mystery. And yeah, I would suggest anybody who's into cosy mysteries, get along to the works, because they seem to have some pretty good books in there these days. Right, I did buy a crochet pattern a few weeks ago. I don't think I've shared this. If I have, I apologise. But this is for a crocheted bee, and I know that looks a bit bigger, but it's supposed to be 9 inches, and it looks, the pattern looks very good. It's American terminology, so long as I remember what I'm doing, I should be okay. And the yarn I'm using is Drops Paris, and I've got some yellow, white and black, which I got these, I think I either got this off Etsy or eBay. It might have been eBay. Ah, it was eBay. Yeah, it was eBay. But I'm really looking forward to starting this. So I'm hoping that I am going to be able to make a start on this over the week. So I've got a little bit of something different to show you next time. And I am keeping this in my Catitude bag. It's got graffiti cat fabric inside, and it's got all these sweet little cats on, and I've got some pockets at the front. So yeah, it's a perfect bag for this. I'll just pop this over here. I'm just going to have a quick drink. I'm getting a dry throat. Right, well, I'm going to show you this. Oops. Excuse me a minute, I've just dropped my paper that I need. I'm just going to show you this magazine that I bought. Now, I don't generally buy cross-stitch magazines because I tend to sort of buy them online, but a couple of them caught my eye, which I like this one, The Scene, and I like that one there with the hearts. Now, I'll see if I can find a better picture for the hearts. So this deck chair scene obviously is going to have to go away until I've got some time, but that will be a stitch for next year. But this one really caught my eye that I wanted to do now, and these are little hanging hearts. Now, aren't they pretty? The only thing that sort of put me off to start with is it's stitched on 28 count, what is it, linen, Evenweave. And as you know, I don't really do things like that. I only stick to 14 count Ada because I can see that. Even though I have to use my magnifying glass, I can see it okay. And I thought, you know, I really want to have a go at these because they're only small. So I sent for some Evenweave, and I couldn't actually get the colour that's in the magazine. Nobody seemed to have it, even the shop that's providing kits for the magazine, like they hadn't got any in. Now, excuse the rustling while I just open the package. I should have really done this off camera, but bear with me a second. But that is the fabric. Now, I cannot see to stitch these holes. I mean, I can see the holes, but I can't actually sit and stitch without being under the magnifier. So, just to the side of me, here, it's off camera, here, I have got my lamp, and I've got a magnifying lamp, just a small one, and I've been sitting out here to do a bit of stitching. Now, bearing in mind. This is what I'm working off. Quick 16s, it's the pattern. So it's quite small, and I must admit it's a bit of a struggle. This is going to take me a while to do because it's tiny and it takes a lot of concentration. So I haven't done a great deal, but I think what I might try and do, like the cross stitch, what I'm working on, the pumpkins, which will be next time, do half an hour a day on that. I might try and put like half an hour in with this, because what I'm working on is like the flower bed in the garden with the, I don't know if they're hollyhocks or something, but there's a lot of colour changes, which it's hard. So like I said, they're going to take me quite a while, and I did want to do all 3 of them, I think it is, but we'll see. I might just stick with the one for now. But I am enjoying it, and using the magnifying glass I can see what I'm doing, so it looks very nice and neat. So we'll see how we get on over the weeks. And you know, for this little project there's, I think, 21 different colours, and all I can say is thank goodness I've got my DMC box, because I can't imagine going out and buying 21 colours just for a little project like this. I don't think I would have done it. So yes, so you have to keep coming back and just seeing how I get on. We'll see what's what. What else is there? Do you know, I don't think there's much else I've got. I think I've told you everything. I have been doing more cooking over the last couple of weeks. I'm trying to stock the freezer up with some bits and bobs, just in case you have to go out or anything, or it's too hot for cooking. Yesterday it was quite hot here, and I'd got my grandson for tea, and it was mac and cheese Monday, so I thought, right, let's triple up this recipe, and I'll make mac and cheese for Adele and Jake for tea, and to put a couple in the freezer. So I did that. I'd got the bread machine on making sourdough bread. I then made sourdough pizza base to go in the freezer. So it was very, very hot working in my kitchen yesterday, so I felt absolutely shattered by the time I'd finished, and I don't think I did much crafting last night. I might have, I got probably half a dozen stitches put on the snowflake one just to finish one of the trees off, and that's all I did, and I went to bed. Oh dear. But I'm pleased to say there's no sun today. It's raining. So I'm quite happy with that, because I think I've had enough of the heat at the minute. It's a bit too much. How's everybody else enjoying the heat? Do you like it, or do you find it too much? I know I find it too much. I do not go out, and I do not go in the garden. So we're getting a few weeds in the garden. The grass needs cutting, and oh no, can't do it, I'm afraid. Can't do it. And Kevin's working late as well, so he's never home on time. So he can do it. It all gets watered though. It's all well looked after. The strawberries are coming on nicely. I've started to get some flowers on the potato plants. I've got a couple of courgettes that need putting in the garden. Yeah, the strawberry plants are doing really well, but I do need to get some straw in now to keep the fruit up off the soil, and hopefully away from anything else, because I think there's 1 or 2 birds around that are taking a fancy to my strawberries. What else is doing well? The tomatoes are doing okay. Yeah, they've got flowers on. The courgettes are coming on, they're ready to go out, so that's another thing. The herbs, I bought some new herbs. They're doing okay. The beans are doing okay. They're ready to go out. So I need to make some kind of structure in one of the beds, so they can go at the back of the bed so they can climb. So that might be a job for the weekend. We'll see. It depends on how the weather is. Oh dear. Oh. But I think we've been lucky actually here, because I've heard sort of the forecast from people on YouTube and on blogs that have said they've had all this rain and all this thunderstorm over the last couple of weeks, and we've had nothing. And then for the last couple of nights we've had rain. We had a thunderstorm that woke us up, I think, Sunday night, or was it no, it was Saturday night. And I think it was forecast for Sunday night as well. It didn't happen. We had a bit of rain yesterday evening, and it's forecast it rain all day today, and that's what it's been doing, and it's still drizzling now. So it's cooling the place down, and the garden's getting a good water, which it needs, thankfully. Anyhow, I think I've done enough chattering on here. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. I think I've done everything. Oh, I'll just share this with you. I am hoping to get this finished over the week, because this is just back stitching now, and then I'm going to make it into the bookmark. But I'm not going to do the bookmark the way the pattern says. I think I'm going to make my own thing up. So if I do and it works, I will share it with you in the next vlog. Also, one of the comments in the last episode asked if I'd talk about my dyeing techniques and everything, and I thought, as I'm going to be sort of on my own this weekend, because Kevin and Adele are off to Newcastle, I think it is. They're going to Sandygate 3 days, so I'm going to have the house to myself, a bit of peace and quiet. So I thought I might, weather permitting, because I need the weather to be nice for drying the fabric really, I will do some dyeing, and I will just tell you how I do things. And like I say, you have to bear in mind that I'm new at this, so this is sort of just the bit that I've learned, and I've only done a couple of little dyeing sessions, that's it. So, but I'm itching to get back to it, because I have really enjoyed it. Excuse me. So yeah, so well, I hope everybody's had a lovely week. I hope you've managed to get a bit of crafting done, and all being well, I'll see you again next week. So take care everyone. Hope you all have a lovely week, and I hope it's not too hot for you, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.